Hello students, I am Yogita. Welcome you to this learning session. Our subject is psychiatry nursing and today we are going to study about BPAD. Now you maybe know about BPAD, bipolar affective mood disorder. Okay, now BPAD is a condition. It's characterized by a person is experiencing extreme level of episode of mania and a feeling of low, like a depressive feeling, episode of depression, and in between this person is having a normal mood period, so that also patient will experience. So in the same patient we can see a manic condition, in same patient we can see depression episodes. Now that is called BPAD. Now this BPAD will be one of the common disease what we can see in worldwide, and most of the times it's very what to say noticed condition in men are like more prone to get this BPAD. Now what's the reason how the person develop this BPAD? Now this genetic factor says, like this theory says that now BPAD condition will be more common among identical twins. Then the neurochemical structures, that study says that any impairment, any hormonal impairment, any changes in the brain structure, brain tumor, brain hemorrhage, or any injury to the brain, accidental fall, any disturbance what we can notice in a chemical level, chemical secretion level in brain, that may lead to this BPAD. And environmental factors such like stressful life events, loss of loved one, or else a sleep deprivation, disturbance in their family, family functioning pattern, or they're having like pregnancy. Okay, now these all are the reasons that may prone to develop this BPAD. Now a very important clinical feature is person is experiencing manic phase and depression phase. So in two phases, two different clinical features what we can clearly see in this patient. Now when the person is experiencing in this manic episode, we can see person with mania, increased psychomotor activity, increased speech, increased elevation of mood, hyperactivity. They are having like poor attention, poor concentration, poor judgment, sometimes some grandiosity behavior, illusion, hallucination will be common sometime, and they are least bother about the environment, highly sociability, and these people have increased speech production. They are jumping from flight of ideas, jumping from one idea to another idea, increased tone. So these all things can be seen when the person with manic episode. Less sleep, the sleep is very less, and intake of food, restless activity, all can be seen. Now the same person will move to the depressive phase. Here same all these depression symptom we can notice: lack of sleep, no interest in their environment, they don't find any pleasure in their ongoing activities, no personal hygiene, no good communication, lack of sleep, all this depression, feeling of helplessness, hopelessness, sometimes suicidal ideas, these all things can be seen in depressive patient. Now how you can diagnose? Now definitely with the detailed history collection, it's very important because we need to collect the history from patient as well as patient party or family members, these two phases of their life where they're experiencing extreme high and the same patient experiencing extreme low. These two condition has to be asked, like detailed history should be collected. Physical examination, mental status examination of a patient, any depression scale can be used to assess that. Definitely some blood investigations to know any changes in chemical, any hormonal level, and we can do some x-rays, CT scan, MRI to find any brain structural deformities or any stroke, any aneurysms. All these things can be easily find out, and definitely the ICD-10 criteria where we can see clearly two extreme episodes. Okay, this is a way we can diagnose. And how we can treat the patient? Now definitely here lithium as well as a mood stabilizer drug are the first line of choice of treatment. In case if the patient had any convulsion episodes, then we can give anti-convulsion drug to a patient. And when they're experiencing this depression, definitely we can treat the patient with the anti-depression medications. Here we can give SSRI like selective serotonin reuptake inhibitors, monoamine oxidase inhibitors. All these antidepressant drug can be prescribed to the patient. Whenever the patient develop severe kind of psychotic symptoms, definitely we can give a patient with antipsychotic medication. Now, how do we prescribe medication? To prescribe this medication, we must always know about the classification of this BPAD disorder. Now, this BPAD is bipolar affective disorder is classified into BPAD with hypomania, BPAD with current manic episode without psychotic symptom, BPAD current manic episode with the psychotic symptom, BPAD with current mild moderate depressive episode, BPAD with current depressive episode without psychotic symptom, BPAD with current depressive episode of with the psychotic symptom, and a mixed symptoms and specified. So based on this classification, we can assess what is the clinical feature. Clearly we can see in the patient what they are suffering, and based on that doctor will prescribe the medication. Now along with that, a somatic therapy treatment will help the patient. We can give ECT. If required, light therapy can be prescribed for the patient, and a psychological therapy also can be given for the patient. It is a great deal when we give all the psychotherapy. Definitely patient can recover in much better way. Provide individual psychotherapy, family therapy, group psychotherapy, if required occupation therapy, marital therapy. So definitely now you studied in detail about how to give all this therapy, so that we can write here how to give the therapies. And the nursing intervention, we have to provide a great love and concern to the patient, because really they are experiencing two extreme episodes and in between they are living this normal mood. Assess the condition of a patient, check for their symptoms, what phase they are. Don't leave the patient alone, because they may have some suicidal ideas, they may kill themselves. Don't leave any sharp object in patient unit, because they may harm others, harm the nurse, harm the other patients in the ward. Communicate with the patient, use a simple language, don't create any panic environment stimulus in patient unit, so that person may provoke with the situation. Always call the patient by their name, don't touch them, call them from their back. They may get frightened, or in manic episode definitely they may go for extreme kind of psychomotor behavior. And it's very important that you provide a good sleep environment to the patient, because we had that we told that symptoms they are having insomnia. Provide calm and quiet environment. Motivate the patient to go for a bed when they feel sleepy. Avoid go for a urination before you go to the bed. Don't give fluid after 6 o'clock, so that night they may not wake up to go to the washroom, so that their sleep will be disturbed. Maintain the personal hygiene of a patient. Provide minimum assistance to the patient to meet all their personal needs, so that they look very clean and neat. Daily maintain the activity diary book for the patient. Motivate the patient to take part in group therapy, group activities. Plan the routine activity for a patient based on their level of ability to perform. Also inform the parents as well as family members regarding this BPAD condition. Health education has to be provided, because here a same person experiencing two extreme conditions, extreme highs and also along with the normal. So family may get confused. Yesterday before they were behaving very hyper, and now they feel very low. I don't know what happened. So family will be get confused. So well education has to be provided for the family. So family must be aware about the condition, medication, follow up, checkup of a patient. Also inform the patient where and all they can take this rehabilitation center, rehabilitation services like in OPD department, OPD section in hospital departments, any psychiatric specialist department, or community mental health service station or primary health center, wherever they are able to get these services. Also, it's very important that a nurse will have a trustworthy relationship with the patient so that it is easy for the patient to verbalize their feelings, all their guilt, emotions, anger, any like impaired thoughts what they have, that has to be ventilated. So this is the way that how the nurse can help the patient to deal with this condition, and nurse can provide a good qualitative life to a patient. Definitely, with the help of all the psychotherapies, patient can cope up, and nurse has to provide a great assistance to the patient to come out from these conditions and have a quality of life. I hope you understood. Thanks you for watching, and I'll say bye bye now. I say thank you to all once again. I catch you in next class with some new topics. Until then, take care of yourself. Thank you all.